Sterilization and disinfection. Sterilization and the disinfection, these are the two common methods of killing or inhibiting the growth of microorganisms. Microbes can cause a number of diseases in humans and animals. They are also responsible for the food spoilage. If the food is spoiled, it is mainly because of microbes. Therefore, it is beneficial to kill or inhibit their growth to minimize the harmful effect. By using the methods, we can stop the growth of the microbes. This is achieved by the sterilization or the disinfection. However, both these microbes are based on different principles. Let us have a detailed look at the difference between the disinfection and the sterilization. Here we can look the difference between the differentiation disinfection and the sterilization. Disinfection, this is nothing but the disinfection, that is the process of elimination of a pathogenic microorganism. However, the process is not effective in case of vegetative spores. In sterilization, this refers to any process that eliminates, removes, kills or deactivates all forms of life and other microbiological agents that are present in the specified region. In a short way, we can say it is used to kill all forms of organism and spores. This is carried out to maintain the sterile environment. It is usually done through the combination of heat, irradiation, filtration, high pressure, etc. Here we can speak about the methods of sterilization. Pressurized steam, that is autoclaving. We can use the hydrogen peroxide gas, ethylene oxide gas, ionizing radiation. These are typically used for the medical equipment, and the dry heat cabinets for the medical instruments, and the infrared radiation, advanced filtration. Physical methods: heat, dry heat and the moist heat, UV light, ionizing radiation, filtration, chemical methods. These are used for the heat sensitive equipments, ethylene oxide, glutaraldehyde. These are the physical methods that are used for sterilization. In the physical methods of heat, the most important should be used whenever possible is the dry heat at the temperature of 160 degrees Celsius 1 hour, and the moist heat autoclave at 121 degrees Celsius or the 134 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes. Sunlight and drying. We can use the sunlight for drying. Action, they are primarily due to the UV rays. However, effects vary due to the places. In the tropical country, the germicidal effect is better than the four seasoned countries. Bacteria and water are readily destroyed by the sunlight. And while speaking about the drying, the moisture is essential for the growth of the bacteria. So drying in air has a deleterious effect on many bacteria. However, spores are unaffected. Therefore, it is not really unreliable. Sterilization of heat. Dry heat, they kill the microorganisms by destroying their oxidative processes. The simplest method is exposing them to be sterilized to the naked flame. Bunsen burner for sterilizing the bacteriological loops, knives on the blades. Hot air oven exposure items at 160 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. This has an electric element in the chamber as a source of heat plus a fan to circulate the air for even the distribution of heat in the chamber. Oven without a fan is dangerous. These are used for the items that are lacking the water, such as metals, glassware, ointment, oils, waxes, and powder. Moist heat. This uses the hot water. Moist heat kills a microorganism by denaturing the proteins. We can use the autoclaving. These are the standard sterilization method in the hospital. The equipment is called the autoclave and it works under the same principle as the pressure cooker, where water boils at increased atmospheric pressure. Because of increased pressure, the boiling point of water is greater than 100 degrees Celsius. The autoclave is a tough double-walled chamber in which the air is replaced by the pure saturated steam under the pressure. The air in the chamber is evacuated and filled with this saturated steam. The chamber is closed tightly, the steam keeps on filling into it and the pressure gradually increases. The items to be sterilized get completely surrounded by the saturated steam, which on the contact with the surface of the material to be sterilized condenses to release its latent heat of condensation, which adds to the depth already raised temperature of a steam, so that they eventually all the microorganisms in whatever form are killed. The usual temperature achieved is 121 degrees Celsius. The exposure time is only 15 minutes. Here we can also use the pasteurization of milk for the disinfection to prevent the diseases like typhoid fever, tuberculosis and the Q fever, which is caused by quinone. Chemical methods. We can use alcohol, aldehyde, phenols, halogens, oxidizing agents, salt, surface active agents, dyes and the vapor phase disinfectants. Disinfection. This is a chemical process that used to eliminate or inhibit the growth of bacteria and other pathogens. This may cause the infectious diseases in the humans. The disinfectants are the chemical solution that used to make the substances infection free. This includes the alcohol, iodine, chloride, etc. Here we can see the similarities between the disinfection and the sterilization. Disinfection and the sterilization have the few things in the common. This includes both are used to decontaminate the objects and the surfaces. Both process kills the harmful microbes. What it means to be disinfection or sterilized. You may hear the terms disinfect, sterilize and even sanitize that used interchangeably, but these aren't the same thing. All of these methods are antimicrobial processes that aim to kill the germs to some degree, but there are key differences to understand before choosing which mode of decontamination is best in your situation. Overall, sanitization and sterilization is the most advanced form of decontamination, but disinfecting and sterilizing both kills the more germs than sanitizing. Sanitizing. This is another method of removing the dirt and killing the germs that is often confused with the sterilizing. While sterilization gets rid of all germs, sanitizing aims to lower the amount of the safe travel. The process of sanitizing can involve both cleaning up and disinfecting. It is also worth mentioning that while hand sanitizer may not eliminate all germs, they are good to have on hand until you have access to warm water or soap to properly wash your hands. Basic terminologies we can use is the sterilization, the process which an article, surface or the medium is filled all other living organism. Disinfection. It is the destruction or removal of all pathogenic organism or the organism capable of giving rise to infection. Antiseptics. The chemical disinfectants that used to prevent the infection by inhibiting the growth of bacteria on the skin or the mucous membrane. Asepsis. These are the terms that used to indicate the prevention of the infection by inhibiting the growth of bacteria in the wounds or the tissues. Here the short notes that we can say for the sterilization and the disinfection is any instrument or item that used for sterile body site should be sterile. Any instrument or the item that is used for non-sterile body can be disinfected. Hand washing, this is the most important to prevent the hospital acquired infection. Thank you.